Story time on how a drugged up, tweaking man broke into my apartment. Okay, so I went to a basketball game last night and I didn't get back home until maybe around like 10:30, 10:45. Parked, got out of my car, and walked up to my apartment. I went to go unlock it, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw this man. And this man was walking towards my apartment. And I just had like the weirdest feeling ever. Like I just felt very, very unsafe. So I finally unlocked the door, got inside. I went to go lock the door back up, and of course with my luck, the door did not lock back up. The lock was literally stuck. Mind you, this man was walking towards me, so I sprinted up the stairs, got into my apartment, put on all 3 of my locks. Then I looked out the window, and I saw this man literally sitting on the park bench in the middle of my apartment complex, genuinely tweaking, like shaking uncontrollably, like punching the air, yelling, screaming, cussing. And I was like, okay, like I just don't feel safe right now at all. So I ended up calling 911, and I was like, hey, like there's a man in the middle of my apartment complex and he's screaming, he's very clearly on drugs, and I would love it if someone would come out here and like check it out. And they were like, okay, we'll send somebody out. So maybe like 5 minutes passed and I get a call from a cop. And so I answered the phone, and the cop was like, is this man like doing anything? Is he bothering anybody? Right as he asked that, this man who was tweaking got up from the bench and sprinted to the door right across from me, from my apartment, and tried to yank it open. He was like yanking, like for at least like 2 minutes. He was like trying to get this door open, yanking it, yelling, screaming, kicking it. I told the cop, I'm like, yeah, he's like trying to get into our apartment complex right now. And the cop was like, okay, say less, I'm on my way. So then when this drugged guy realized that he can't get through the locked doors, he turns around, sees my unit's door, full on sprints to my unit. Open the door because the door lock wasn't working and he was inside. I was like, oh no. I was so quiet. He was down there yelling, screaming, trying to get into our mailboxes. I don't know what else he was doing down there. And then my phone rings again. It's the cop. And my phone is hooked up to my MacBook. And so whenever my phone rings, even if it's on silent, my MacBook will ring very loudly. So my MacBook starts going off. Mind you, very loudly. Answered the phone, and I was like whispering at this point because I didn't want this weird guy to hear me. And all of a sudden I heard this guy sprint up the stairs to my apartment. He was right outside of my apartment door. I was on the phone with this cop, and I was like, he's literally right outside the apartment. Like, I need you guys to come out immediately. And he was like, oh, we're almost there. And I like stayed on the phone with him, and finally they like showed up. They had their flashlights. There was like 2, 3 of them. And I was like, and they got the guy. I don't know where he went, what they did with him, but they got him at night, literally right after they took this weird man away. I went out and I looked in my unit, and this man literally graffitied all over the walls. There was paper shredded. He left his literal flamethrower of a lighter right outside of my door. I mean, it was just the most insane experience ever. I was so scared. I started bawling my eyes out because I'm just like so thankful for these cops. Like, seriously, I don't know what I would have done if cops didn't show up. Like, I was scared out of my mind that this random drugged up man was gonna break into my apartment and no one would be there to help. So I was having like a little patriotic moment, crying my eyes out, just so thankful for these cops. Like, I cannot imagine. Anyway, I'm well now. I'm still rattled up about it a little bit, but